Hello, my name is Dr. Chris Williams and I'm your host on Well Again. Well Again is your online health magazine program in which we look at fail-proof principles and protocols for regaining health and retaining health. You're welcome. Today we are discussing something that is quite important and it's quite common also. We are discussing hepatitis. Now, I've had many people come to me because of hepatitis, and they have been to several places and they've tried so many things, and the thing is not. They are still having the issue, so they wind up with us. Now, what is hepatitis? Hepatitis means simply the inflammation of the tissues of the liver. So hepatitis is inflammation of the liver. Okay, it is caused by many things, but more commonly it is caused by viral infection. Now, the liver is a very important organ in the body. It helps to detoxify the body and also helps to filter toxins and waste products from the blood. Waste products like dead cells, like excess fats, excess hormones, and blood vessels that are already dead. Okay, bilirubin, it helps to remove it from the blood, so that the blood can maintain a certain level of purity. Now, that's the work of the liver. Now, when the liver is inflamed, as with hepatitis, it's difficult to do its work, and that's why the body begins to have all manners of signs and symptoms that come with hepatitis. What are the symptoms or signs that come with hepatitis? The person can have fever, the person can have body aches, they can have weakness, they can have nausea, the person can have vomiting, can have loss of appetite, okay, headaches, muscle aches. I've said that, drowsiness, dark urine, the urine begins to be dark, light colored stool, their stool begins to be light colored and they begin to float. Also abdominal discomfort, and then depending how long and how severe, it can be accompanied with jaundice. And then when they do the lab test, when they do a liver function test, we see that they have elevated liver enzymes. Now, there are different types of hepatitis, and their types is based on their causes. Okay, there's hepatitis A, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, hepatitis D, hepatitis E, there's hepatitis G. All right, and then there's also toxic hepatitis. Now, except all the ones I just called, except toxic hepatitis, are infectious one way or the other. Hepatitis A, for instance, is transmitted mostly through mouth. Either you contact a food that has been poisoned with hepatitis A virus, or the food, or you, for one way or the other, the feces of somebody who has hepatitis A finds its way into your food and into your mouth. Okay, it can cause that. Okay, fecal contamination, and also eating of raw fish or raw fish from polluted waters can cause it. Hepatitis B is more commonly transmitted through blood. Okay, so all the things all the ways by which diseases are transmitted through blood can also aid in the transmission of hepatitis. For instance, sharing of blade with an infected person, sharing of scissors with an infected person, sharing of razors with an infected person, or the clippers, okay, or having sex with an infected person, or maybe an infected mother can pass it to a child, sharing of needles and all that. It's important to say that 85% of hepatitis B get cured, but about 15% remain chronic, and then they can go on to turn into liver cancers or form a cirrhosis. Cirrhosis means widespread fibrosis of the liver. The liver just becomes like leather. It's not able to do its work. Now, talking about hepatitis C, it is the most serious form of hepatitis. Okay, and about 85% of them, you know, we said about 85% of hepatitis B will get cured, but 85% of hepatitis C will lead to a chronic liver disease one way or the other, and it can, so they will cause gradual, progressive, and ultimate destruction of the liver. Okay, it's also transmitted by blood contact with the blood of an infected person. Okay, needles, toothbrushes, razors, sexual activity, and all that. Hepatitis D is the least common. Okay, it's also blood transmitted, especially through sexual contact, and then many times where it exists alongside hepatitis B. That means that it's usually really more deadly when two types of hepatitis are present in one person. All right, so there's also hepatitis E. That one, just like hepatitis A, is transmitted through fecal contamination. Now, those are the class of what we call viral hepatitis. Viral hepatitis. There's hepatitis. There's toxic hepatitis. These ones, you remember, hepatitis is simply inflammation of the liver. Toxic hepatitis are caused by drug damage of the liver. Okay, when you abuse things like alcohol or drugs or you are exposed to toxin or the other that damages the liver, that's toxic hepatitis. Overuse of over-the-counter drugs like acetaminophen, that's paracetamol, or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, ibuprofen, cataflam, all that, they can destroy the liver. That's why health people are always saying do not self-medicate. All right, now also if you're exposed to arsenic or the other, it can cause toxic hepatitis. So what should you do? Let's start from what we just finished talking about. Do not be involved. Don't indulge in overuse of painkillers. It's so very important. It's so important. Some people take Panadol or acetaminophen or NSAIDs all the days of their life. That's not good living. You are destroying your liver little by little. Okay. Also, make sure that you are careful. Don't share razors or blades or clippers with people, or toothbrushes. It's so, even if you are family, don't do all that. Okay, even if you do, make sure you disinfect it, and then zip up. People who are sexually immoral many times have hepatitis. Okay, hepatitis, many of them are transmitted through sexual transmission. Now, what are the other things you can do? You need to avoid eating fat foods. It's very important. Okay, animal proteins and fats, we have said it over and over again. Reduce your eating of animal proteins and fats, eggs, milk, beef, chicken, turkey. Remove from there. Stay with fish, and even the fish, do it very, very moderately. Okay, remove sugary things and excessively sweet foods from your food. Okay, and then anything processed foods, refined foods, remove them. Refined carbohydrates, just remove them from your food. This thing damage the liver little by little. Flour, carbs, and all that. Stay away from alcohol and drugs abuse. That's hard drugs, narcotics this time around. Stay away from them. Stop eating raw fish or raw anything that comes from the sea. By the time you cook it, you would have had the opportunity of destroying some of those viruses. Very important. We have said stay away from animal proteins. Very important. And then also beware of contaminated waters. Okay, if there's a water around you or a stream around you, you want to be sure it's not contaminated. All right, we have said do not take drugs that the doctors have not recommended, and then don't continue to take them on end. Okay, it's so very important. And when they recommend drugs to you, make sure you read the leaflets and watch out for liver toxicity. They usually will write there if it is toxic to the liver or not. It's so important. This next one I want to say is important. If you take vitamin A, don't take vitamin A. Vitamin A. Don't A for apple. Don't take vitamin A continually for over a year. It's so important, little by little, especially if you are taking it at doses of 50,000 IU daily. Okay, some don't take it for over a year without a stop. All right, so what are the things you should do? Eat raw veggies regularly. Eat vegetable. You can never go wrong eating vegetables. Okay, and then blending them and drinking them. Cucumber, cabbage, carrot, beetroot, okay, avocado, pear if you are not hypertensive, and all that. Okay, include artichokes in your food. There's a vegetable called artichokes. It's very good in your diet also. Drink green leafy vegetables. We've talked about it. Purified water. Okay, drink purified. Make sure the waters you drink are pure. Don't drink contaminated water. Remove alcohol from your food and stop the abuse of drugs. Now, 2 of the viral hepatitis have vaccines. Hepatitis A and hepatitis B have vaccines, and you can take those vaccines to protect yourself, especially if your job is high risk in those areas. Okay, so those are very, very important. Now, what should you do if you already have hepatitis? We have said remove those things from your food. Remove caffeines, remove stimulants, remove preservatives, remove sugars, remove animal proteins from your food. Go natural. Stick with millet, oats, guinea corn. Stick with yam. All those things. Plant-based foods help you a whole lot. All right, so what are the supplements you should go for? Green tea is very good. There are some substances called catechins in green teas. They help your mitochondria. Your mitochondria is the energy house within your cell. They help them to come alive. What happens is, as we are growing, our mitochondria begin to reduce in activity, and therefore our basal metabolic rate begins to reduce. So, but when you take green tea, we are talking only now in treatment, natural treatment of hepatitis. Catechins in green teas is very good. Green ECGC, it's very good. Okay. Also, silymarin milk thistle it's a world-class repairer of liver. Silymarin and silybom. Okay, it's a world-class repairer of the liver. Also, getting a liver extract or a raw liver glandular supplement will quickly help the liver to recover. Okay. Also, if you get a supplement that helps to do liver support one way or the other, it can also very help. Other supplements that can help your liver are supplements like alpha lipoic acid, supplements like N-acetylcysteine. N-acetylcysteine and alpha lipoic acid is a precursor of glutathione. N-acetylcysteine helps to circulate glutathione so that you have more and more glutathione in your body always. Glutathione I've described as the father of all antioxidants, so very good. It's one of there are 2 pathways to detoxification in the liver. The glutathione is very, very essential in one of the pathways, very, very essential in one of the pathways. Okay, so alpha lipoic acid and acetylcysteine, NAC for short, and then especially when you take it alongside other amino acids like L-arginine, L-cysteine, and L-methionine. L-arginine, L-cysteine, and L-methionine. If you take them alongside N-acetylcysteine, they are very, very powerful. All right. There's another herb that is very powerful, beta-1,3-D-glucan. Beta-1,3-D-glucan. It's very, very strongly antigemicidal. Beta-1,3-D-glucan. It's very antigemicidal. Okay, I've talked about taking of raw liver extract, and then there's something called S-adenosyl methionine, SAM-E for short. It's also very good. All right. It promotes liver health. Selenium is very good. It's a strong antioxidant. Also vitamin C. Vitamin C is a strong antioxidant also. Okay, and a very strong vitamin C is strongly antiviral. Is very strongly antiviral. We have talked about zinc. Zinc is very strongly antiviral also. Okay. Other things you should use are ubiquin. Ubiquin helps your mitochondria to really come alive. Okay, it helps your mitochondria to come alive. Lecithin granules aids in preventing fatty liver. It aids in preventing storage of fat inside the liver. Okay, what other supplements? Vitamin E, vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin B12, vitamin B6, and then also if you can get raw pancreatic liver extract, or if you can get proteolytic enzymes, these are also very, very useful. The herbs you can use are not too many, but they are very powerful. Artichoke is a good herb to use. Dandelion is a good herb to use. We have talked about milk thistle seeds or silybum. It's also very good. Licorice is very good, but if you are hypertensive, please avoid licorice. Licorice is very good in the healing of hepatitis. There's a herb called schizandra. Schizandra is also very good. And then red clover is also very good. Turmeric is, we all know turmeric as strongly anti-inflammatory. It's also very good. All right. Now these are the things you can do in dealing with hepatitis. Okay. But by and large, if you start early, your results are better. If you start early, your results are better. Okay. In my practice, I have seen that there's hope for hepatitis patients. Actually, there's hope they can turn out well. Okay. I just wanted to say it's important, even though we are saying this just for information's sake. They are not prescriptions per se. They are not. Please, if you must take any supplements or herbs, you need to consult your doctors so that they will be able to tell whether you are fit to take those things or not. It's so very important. And then also do not forget to help us subscribe, and then also turn on your notification and help us to share with your friends and your colleagues and family. Even share with the people who don't like you so that they will know that you like them. All right, and then peradventure maybe they'll begin to like you. All right, it's so very important. Let's team up together. Let's share these things so that we'll see whether we'll be able how far we'll be able to go in doing away with sickness and with disease. Now, before I go, I like to introduce some of our books, very powerful books that we have written. There's one called Sickness Free. Sickness Free is fail-proof protocol for regaining and retaining health. It's a very powerful book, and it has helped so many people across the world, literally. There's also Reversing Depression Naturally. It's also very useful. There's literally a pandemic of depression. There's an epidemic of depression everywhere. People are calling us concerning depression. If you know anybody who is dealing with depression, that book will also help. There's this one, Reversing Hypertension and Cardiovascular Diseases Naturally. It's very good. Reversing Hypertension and Cardiovascular Diseases Naturally. And the last one that so far we have published is Reversing Diabetes Naturally. These are good books to get. And then the things that we call, they are all available. If you are looking for them and you have look for them, you can't find them. If you just contact us, there are people who will tell you where to get these things. These things are available and you can do well with them. Do not forget, we have not prescribed. We have only released information so that you know what's up, so that you know that you are not abandoned. There are things to do about what you are going through. And then also subscribe, turn on your notification, share with friends and colleagues, share with people who like you, people you like, and then the people who don't like you too much, peradventure, they'll begin to like you. Thank you so much for watching. Till I come your way again next time, keep watching this channel and then keep watching well again. Bye bye.